Welcome back to another episode of Blue Couch Therapy. It's your boy, True, better yet the man. The topic of today's discussion is going to be the power of believing in your own reality. Guys, it's important for you to understand that you are the star of your own show. I think it's so funny that people want to make you feel like you're a narcissist, or they want to make you feel silly for being like, oh, I'm the main character. Are you not the main character of your own life? There was something that I was reading. I don't even remember what it was, but the guy was like, "Oh, I had a dream where I was working at the desk, da da da," and the boss came and said something to him, and it bothered him. And then somebody in the comments posted, they said, "Even in your dreams, you're not the boss." I said, "Damn, that's tough." Now I understand not everybody might care to be that in their life, but at least in your dreams, they're tricking you out of your position. Your position of superiority and the ability to craft your life in whichever way you wish for it to happen. Okay, but you can only do that if you believe in yourself. You can only do that if you believe that you have something of value. You can only believe, and just the fact that you're here, like not on this video, but like in this realm, born and watching this, hearing my voice, means you're valuable. So you have to believe in your dream. You have to believe in yourself way more than anybody ever will. I was just watching a short. Will Smith was talking about it, how it's such a lonely road chasing your dreams. It's lonely, guys. I'm chasing my dream right now, and I don't necessarily feel lonely, but it's solitary. You're by yourself on this path because a lot of people won't understand. Have you ever had a dream like that kid? Have you ever had a dream? Have you ever had a dream? Have you ever had a dream and then tried to explain it to somebody? It literally makes no sense, and you sound like a crazy person. Oh yeah, there was a unicorn here, and then all of a sudden it started jumping up and down, and then it flew into a whale, and then it makes no sense. It makes no sense when you try to explain to people your dreams, your visions, your aspirations, your goals, even from like a dream realm. So it's the same thing in the physical realm. Only once you start to really bring things out into fruition, then you will see people will start to gravitate towards you because they see what you see. They see what you're building, and they see and they see the progress in which you're making. So I say this to say that you need to, sorry, 1 second. Solana is up 5%, 188. Love it. I have to buy more. Bullish on Solana. Story for another day. But yeah, believing in your own reality. If you believe in your own reality, reality will shift to your belief. I literally used to be so what's the term that I'm looking for? I used to be so broke, I should say so poor. Which one is it? Broke is a state of financial status. Poor is a state of mind. So I used to be very poor. I used to be very broke. I was never poor. I used to be very broke because I always had ideas of grandiose in my mind. Things of opulence I always thought were for me, but I just didn't have the physical monetary in order to get it. Whenever I would get money, I would always break it down and share with my brothers, share with my friends, share with the girls I had crushes on. So like, it was always just a matter of fixing the financial status, but my mindset was always focused on the abundance that is life. And only now that I really started to change my perspective and change my understanding of my own reality has my life begin to bring that into fruition. We can look to the Bible and we can talk about the story of the potter. I don't remember what chapter it is off the top of my head. You guys you can find it. You can find it. But essentially, you are the potter and the clay is your life. You can mold and you can shape this into whichever way you want, and eventually it will harden into fact. It will harden into an objective fact, guys. I promise you. As a man speaking to you guys here, I only can speak to you from experience. I can only speak to you from lived experience. That's why as I write my magnum opus, document everything, I'm showing you. I have proofs, I have pictures, I have contracts, I have things to show you guys to see that, like, okay, if you believe something, you can change your life. Guys, man, I used to work every job. I worked every job you can think about. I worked it. I used to do security. I used to do roofing. I used to work labor. I used to work janitorial work. I used to work in an office. Like any kind. I played the whole field. Let me tell you, I played the whole field. Okay. And one thing that I've uncovered is always like the reality that I was chasing was freedom. The reality that I was chasing was like, okay, you use this money as a tool and then you build with those tools in order to get things that'll bring you back more money. So it took me a long time to realize that. That's why I'm like trying to teach people early what I learned late. And I don't even think it's late for me. I'm just 32. I just turned 32 about 26 days ago. December the 9th, yeah, boy. And my life has changed so much. My life has changed so much for the better. And it's so interesting to me to see how what you believe does in fact shape your reality. I used to study the subconscious mind and be in like I used to study the subconscious mind in elementary school. Since elementary school, I would be listening to like subliminal messages and tapes and all those kind of things to reprogram my conditioning. And it took me some time. I remember people used to make fun of me. Oh, you listening to them, all them weird shits, and you know, they'll say it's demonic, this and all of that stuff. Your subconscious mind is real. It's open for manipulation and it's open for interpretation. You have to just feed it the information in which you wish for it to send back out to you. I always try to put it like the subconscious mind is the software of the computer and the body is the hardware. You can change the software of the computer at any time, no matter what kind of hardware it is running. For example, here's my laptop, my Boogie Top that I use when I'm on the road, and it's running iOS right now. But I could flash it and I can make it run Linux. I can make it dual OS and run Windows. So it's how you take it, how you perceive it. So if you believe in your reality that you're broke, you're sick, you're a loser, life is going to say, sure, life is one power and life is going to give you whatever you ask for, good or bad. I noticed this to be a fact in my life when I started boxing and I listened to Mike Tyson and he was to say, I refuse to be knocked down, I refuse to be knocked out. And I implemented that in my life and I said to myself, I never get sick. I refuse to get sick. I refuse to be knocked down. I refuse to be knocked out. And from when I started saying that, I think it's probably been maybe about 2013. I started boxing in 2013. It's 2024, heading into 25 now. On everything, I think I've been sick probably, I could count on one hand. And COVID was one of them. I think I got COVID. I was like COVID, and then I don't know, am I allowed to say that on YouTube? That thing that happened. So probably, yeah, I could count on one hand how many times I've been sick. You know, since I started to make that my reality. I don't get sick. I'm out. And if I ever get sick, or if I feel as though that some kind of something is coming down upon me, I'll literally fast for 3 days and then cure everything. So when the body's not focused on digesting food all the time, it'll go and kill all those other bacteria that are not supposed to be there. And I just believe in my reality. I believe in my reality so much to the point that it's unshakable. It's unshakable. And I feel as though that like another belief that I hold true to my heart is that, which allows me to not be fearful, because whatever you decide for your reality to be is what it will be. And I say to myself, anybody, like I'm not afraid of like, because people would be like, oh, like, you know, you got to look over your shoulder and you got to be afraid somebody might like try to rob you or something like that. First of all, nothing to kill or die for in this world. Let me say that again for those that may not have been listening. Nothing to kill or die for in this world. Me personally. Okay? So, but I understand that your thoughts create your reality. So I say to myself that anybody that would even have, and I know these people exist. I know there's people out there, jack boys are real. They say don't sleep with your window open because the jack boys might get you. They're real. I know that for a fact. Okay? But I'm just saying that like my reality that I choose to craft and to create is that anybody that has malicious intent, anybody that has any ideas about those kinds of things as to hurt me or wants to hurt somebody will not even see me. So they won't even see me. And I noticed that like sometimes when I walk through these crowds or through these peoples and then they don't even see me. They don't even see me, you know? So of course, literally with their eyes, I'm sure they can perceive me because I'm a man walking through the area, but they don't see me. They don't see me as a target. I don't present myself as any kind of braggadocious, larger than life character at this time. Perhaps when the music video drops, we'll see, But yeah, man, I just say all this to say that believing in your own reality can protect you in many ways. If in your reality, whatever you say is true, will be true. Okay, give it a try, because what's happening in your life right now, as you're watching this video, whatever's happening in your life is a culmination of all the things. Is a culmination of all the things that you've been thinking about, all the seeds that you've planted in the mind of your garden, the garden of your mind, that have grown and come to fruition. So notice how if you're gonna sit there and say you're gonna be fearful, you're worried about lack, and then all of a sudden you get lack. Now all of a sudden something happens to your car and you get slammed, and then now you called for it in your mind. You believed in your heart, as a man thinketh in his heart, so is he. You believed in your heart that something was going to happen to you, and then now something happened to you. I've experienced that too. I've experienced those kinds of things too, where I would think that like, oh, okay, something's happening, and then I can't change the thought process because I'm too afraid, and then it'll happen. And then it'll happen to you. It'll happen to me, So it's interesting to see, because you can call these things into your life very quickly if you're afraid. It's all attached to the emotion. So if your emotion is attached to fear, you can manifest that, or you can bring that into your life effortlessly. The beauty of it is that you can also do it on the other way around. Because I always find it challenging when people are like, oh, well, you never know what could happen. You could go outside and you can get hit by a bus, or you can da-da-da. They only ever tell you something about your reality that's fear-based. They only ever tell you something about your reality that's like, well, you could get hurt, you could lose your fortune, you could lose your life. But they never tell you anything about you could make a fortune. You could help people in the world. You can come up in the game. So I tell you guys this to say, the power of believing in your own reality is going to change your life. If you believe it. If you don't believe that the things that you think about create the reality around you, that's for you to decide. That's for you to believe, and that's for you to see, because you have to see based off of the fruits in which they are producing. So if you're going to say that no, this is fake, you're talking that mumbo jumbo talk. Okay, look at your life. Look at what you're able to do. Look at what you're not able to do. And then you tell me if your reality is serving you, if the thoughts that are perpetrating, because it's always like the people that think these things, that they say these things, they experience these things. So I speak about opulence, I speak about abundance, and I'm experiencing it. I'm beginning to experience it. I literally had to, if you think about the mind as a garden, I had to uproot all the weeds. I had to re-look at myself. I had to question my identity. I had to question my life. And then I'm able now to plant positive seeds, and they're starting to grow. It's in the germination phase. I'm seeing things happening in my life, guys. I'm seeing things happening in my physical life that I've never even thought could be a possibility to me before. Okay? I hope this message resonates with you. I hope you understand that you can change your reality through the power of perception, and through the power of awareness, through the power of your thoughts. Okay, guys, I have probably, what is it here? I have my awareness tapes that I got to put on Etsy, so you guys can get them if you want to, because these kind of things changed my life. And if you're interested in reading the things that I've been reading, if you're interested in listening to the things that I've been listening to, I will be able to provide those for you guys. Okay? Let's connect. Let's talk. Until next time, guys, I love you lots. Out. Peace.